Okay, then we move on to 7, which is council forum.
I have a few things. We are hosting the Northwest Iowa League meeting Thursday night at Kettleman's. Region 12 will be speaking. We'll be speaking basically on getting to know your COG and what the COG does for your communities. If any of you are curious about learning more about what Region 12 does in relationship with us, I encourage you to come.
That's 6.
That is 6, and then program and things start at 6:30. Let's see, what else do we have? Friday, I will be up in Storm Lake. There is a meeting being hosted by Northern Natural and some other entities, if any of you are interested in joining me. What they're going to be discussing is if you have a potential need for additional significant amount of natural gas, maybe for a new prospective business. They're going to be discussing the potential for the supply chain to be able to support that need and what it would require and what it's going to cost, and just give us some preliminary information if we get an opportunity to have that type of circumstance occur with us so that we'll be ready for it when it does.
And my understanding is that there's a shortage of natural gas in the area. Is that?
There is a shortage of supply chain. There's not a supply. There's not a shortage of commodity. There is a shortage of supply chain. During the winter, of course, what we all do is we contract on the line for a certain amount of tonnage, pressure, and of course, the unit itself, the piping itself can only take so much, and so therefore we're always all looking for what our levels can be at. And of course, this is about if you had somebody who's going to be a significant user and you needed to uptick what your pressure would be in the pipeline, whether or not there's space or not in it. Right now, there is a minimum amount of space available for significant increase. And so that's a...
Some communities have been harmed by that too.
Correct.
They can't get some businesses in this place to no space in the line.
Correct.
I attended the chamber meeting as our representative, and they all helped me. Is it this weekend, the chamber outing? And I know last year it was very, very good, so I invite all of you to attend. It was really very worthwhile. And it's Saturday night, and it begins at 6:30 is the social, and they are having a hypnotist as the entertainment this
And
year.
that's where, Mark?
It's at the roller skating rink. And it's usually, the food is excellent. Everybody brings something that's involved with chamber. And they do give away the awards for the year for people that have been a positive influence on our city. So I invite you to come. I think you'd have a very good time. I attended the Kids World meeting before I came here tonight. They are having their appreciation dinner tomorrow night for the staff and for the volunteers. And that is at 6:30. Their census has been holding pretty much, but they're wondering how the cut in the preschool funding, everything will be funneled through the school. Any monies that are approved will have to go through the school system and come that direction to that center. Let's see, where else have I been? I wanted to mention this. I don't know whether everybody got one of these. I don't think you did, but on March 30th, there's the Mid-States Conference. It's a community and economic development conference in Sioux City. And it's one of the ones that isn't so far away from us. And actually, Adam and I don't know who else went last year. Was it just you and me?
Yep.
And we got some very good ideas from it. So, and it's not expensive. I think it's $35, which is pretty good for these type of things. I really encourage you to take a look at it, and if you can give the time to go to at least a couple of the workshops, I believe that I will be going unless there's a conflict on my schedule. So if someone would like to ride along, I'd be happy to have company. And that is March 30th. It starts at 8:30 a.m. and it's over at 4 p.m. and it's at the Marina Inn in South Sioux City, Nebraska.
What date is that for?
So Wednesday,
And what date?
March 30th. And Adam, do you have any more of these? We could make copies.
Yeah, I'll put one in your mailbox tomorrow.
Okay? Okay, I can't think of anything else.
All the other thing is at your table, and it was mentioned earlier, census results. I put that at your table with some comparisons to some cities that were in our area. In our county, for instance, Early lost about 8% of their population. Lakeview lost about 10.5%. Lytton actually gained 3%. Nemaha lost almost 17%. Odenwald lost 12%. We lost 6%. Shaler lost 1%, and Ball Lake lost a little bit less than 3%.
And that's what's going to affect the solid waste. Is that per capita assessment that's been charged out on 10 years previous.
Okay, is there anybody else that would like to report? John, do you have anything to report? Okay. If there is no further discussion for the good of our community, I would entertain a motion. Move to adjourn. Call for a vote?
Councilman Brenning.
Yes.
Councilman Frohart.
Yes.
Councilman Hanson. Yes.
Thanks, everybody.